I'll be leading you through the basics of proportional line following. Well, you're probably wondering, what is proportional line following? Proportional line following is when the color sensor senses what's underneath it. In this case, we'll be using the black line surrounded by white, just like in the FLL challenges. So, proportional line following is when a robot follows a line, and as the reflected light intensity becomes lighter and lighter, the robot will make turns to get back on the line. Next, we'll look at the target path we want. Next, you want to keep your color sensor on the targeted area. This thing can be different for everyone. The targeted area. Next, you want to go into port view, and in port view, it should say what the reflected light intensity is for that half and half. Now, let's go over on how we actually make this program. What we want to do is drag a loop block, drag a color sensor block, change the color sensor block to measure reflected light intensity. Next, we want to drag a math block. Change your math block to subtraction. Take your reflected light intensity, drag it into the A port, and the number that we just went over for the target point, we do that. In my case, it's 19. Next, we want to drag another math block. Make this math block multiplication. Drag your equal port for the reflected light intensity and what the thing that you just got. Drag it to the A port in multiplication. Your B port, however, is your proportional, is something that you have to constantly change to make it better. This is called the proportional constant, which you have to adjust by yourself. So usually the smaller the number, the less turns it makes, the less sharp turns it makes, and the higher the number, the more sharp turns it makes. In my case, I'm going to make it 0.4 because that seems to work best for me. Next, you want to drag a move steering block in. And this move steering block, in the direction you want this pointing or the steering, you put the equal sign and you make that the steering. Instead of on for rotations, you want to make it just go on. And the power level is whatever fits best. Usually, sometimes you want negative power and positive power for motors that run in positive direction, and negative for motors that are switched. So in my case, I'll be using 30 because if I recall, mine runs in positive motion. So that's how you make the program. And next we'll move on to the actual demo. This is the final program and how it looks like. Yeah. So this is the black line that I'm using. I put it on the paper, and yeah.